Glenn Carmen has been a licensed registered nurse his entire adult life, 42 years, and now, for the first time, he's scared about student safety.
Do you feel it's just a matter of time before something bad happens?
Absolutely.
Carmen works for the Baltimore City Health Department, which supplies nurses for Baltimore City Public Schools. For the past 5 years, Carmen, like most nurses, has cared for students at one school. But this year, he's been assigned to 3 schools. Each day, he rotates between 2 on East 43rd Street and 1 on West 36th Street, which is 15 minutes away.
This is the first time I'm uncomfortable. You know, if I'm at one side of town and I have to get to the other side of town, it's going to take me 15 minutes. A lot changes within 15 minutes in an emergency. It could be the matter of life and death, just that time.
Project Baltimore has obtained the schedules for 12 other nurses. Each one is assigned to 3 schools. Most are high poverty. And Carmen says this is not just about student safety.
Right.
It's about state law.
You believe the law is being broken?
I know the law is being broken.
The Blueprint for Maryland's Future, also known as the Kirwan Plan, was passed by Maryland's legislature in 2021. Under Kirwan, schools with high concentrations of poverty shall provide full-time coverage by at least one professional healthcare practitioner who is a licensed physician, a licensed physician's assistant, or a licensed registered nurse. Baltimore City has 121 high-poverty schools. According to the City Health Department, 89 of them are staffed with a certified nursing assistant, not a professional healthcare practitioner, as defined under Kirwan. City Schools told us a national nursing shortage has made this challenging. To provide the coverage required by Kirwan, registered nurses, like Carmen, are rotating between schools.
Emergencies are being covered by the nursing assistant, but they're not being trained for those adequately.
City schools this year received $32 million from the Kirwan Plan's Concentration of Poverty Grant to ensure schools have licensed healthcare providers. The Maryland State Department of Education told Fox 45, Kirwan does not require schools to hire a licensed healthcare provider, meaning they don't have to have one on staff, but someone must be available to provide full-time coverage at every school. The district took the money, but 89 schools do not have a licensed registered nurse at all times. So is this a violation of the Kirwan Plan? To find out, we asked Britt Kirwan.
In this country, low-income people don't have access to health care that more affluent families do have.
Kirwan told Fox 45 the licensed nurse provision in the law is essential to learning.
We thought that by ensuring that there was highly qualified health care deliverers in each school, we could mitigate the disadvantage that low-income kids have.
Project Baltimore contacted the 5 school systems that surround Baltimore City. Each one reports having a licensed nurse assigned to each high-poverty school. The question then becomes, does a registered nurse who splits time between several city schools equal full-time coverage? The law is not clear. But if City Schools is not meeting the health provider expectations, Kirwan says a district will have to produce a compelling reason why, or the state could withhold funding.
It's concerning because we deem that as a very important aspect of these concentration of poverty grants. I have to take on faith that they are doing everything they can to get qualified healthcare providers in each school.
They're accepting the money, they're not providing the service. I'll be honest to you, the law is the law, you're correct. But until you're caught, until you're punished, it doesn't stop you from doing it.
So Baltimore City Schools received $32 million to hire licensed healthcare providers at high-poverty schools. If they didn't use the money to hire nurses, then where did the money go? Well, City Schools told us they used the excess funds to meet other student needs, but that may also be a violation of Kerwin. According to the law, the school system cannot spend the extra funds until a full-time licensed healthcare provider is at every high-poverty school. But again, the law does not define what full-time means. Now, coming up on Monday, Project Baltimore will have more with our interview with Britt Kerwin. We ask him about the teacher shortages, the effects of COVID, and what would have to happen for the Kerwin plan to be considered a success. That story, Monday at 10. I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore.